SAfm, South Africa's news and information leader.
Thank you, Bongi. A 1.6 billion rand industrial park in Diepsloot in Iran says Argo's Oscar win was politically motivated. That's in the news here on SAfm. Good afternoon. Gauteng Premier Nomvula Mokonyane has announced the establishment of a 1.6 billion rand industrial park at Diepsloot, north of Johannesburg. The project is expected to create about 15,000 jobs once it's completed. Mokonyane was speaking during his State of the Province address in the Gauteng legislature a short while ago.
The project will create about 15,000 jobs upon completion. Through this partnership, about 370 million has been raised from the Jobs Fund, and the construction of phase 1 of an SMME incubation hub is expected to commence in the next few months.
About 100 COSATU members are protesting against e-tolling outside the Gauteng legislature. The Union Secretary General, Dumisani Dagile, says they choose to protest on the day of the State of the Province address. Noma Bolani reports.
Carrying placards which read no to open road tolling systems, COSATU members say they will continue their fight against the proposed implementation of e-tolls in Gauteng. Amongst other demands, the union wants government to address unemployment in the province. They're also calling for an intervention in Eskom's application to increase the electricity tariff by 16%. Affiliated union NUMSA is also here in support of COSATU's protest. Noma Bolani, SABC News, Johannesburg.
Murder-accused Oscar Pistorius has visited the Pretoria Magistrates Court to pick up paperwork that he is expected to take along with him to the Brooklyn Police Station. Pistorius is required to report twice a week to authorities in terms of his bail conditions. A large media contingent is again camped out at the police station. The athletic star was last week granted bail of 1 million rand. There are reports his legal team is considering a court application to have his stringent bail conditions relaxed. The conditions include a provision that Pistorius refrained from alcohol consumption and that officials can request a urine sample from him at any time. Evidence leader at the Marikana Commission, Advocate Matthews Mujapilo, has suggested that Lonmin miner Spete Pasha also believed that the use of muti would protect him from bullets during the shootings which claimed 34 lives in August last year. Pasha was among thousands of miners who embarked on an illegal wage strike at the mine. He was later shot and wounded. Pasha has denied that he uses muti, but Mujapilo has told the hearing that he strongly believes otherwise.
You didn't hear that some people at the mountain believe that intelligence will protect them against the bullet of the police. Mr. Patsa, I put it to you that the only reason you could run towards the shooting police was that you also believe that the bullets will not be effective towards you. I put it to you, Mr. Patsa, that if you had the intention of saving your life, you would not have run towards the direction of the police. You would have chosen to go to the open field like other people.
The National Union of Metal Workers, NUMSA, has warned that it will not back down on its opposition to the substantial electricity tariff increases proposed by Eskom. The union is expected to lodge an urgent application today against the proposed 16% tariff hike for each of the next 5 years. NUMSA's Irvin Jim also says the union will hold a mass vigil and picket at NERSA's offices on Wednesday and Thursday. Here's the SABC's Noma Bolani again.
NUMSA has been vocal in its opposition of the proposed tariff hike, saying South Africans will no longer be able to afford electricity. It says the increase will lead to, among things, job losses, business closures, and an increase in food, transport, and consumer costs. The union is demanding that Eskom's proposed tariff hike be turned down and that the power utility be given an inflation-related increase over the next 3 years. It wants an alternative model for funding electricity generation to be created by 2016. The picket is expected to start on Wednesday night with an all-night vigil, followed by a protest the next morning. Noma Polani, SABC News.
Overseas, Iran's state media says the Oscar for Best Film awarded to the hostage drama Argo last night was politically motivated. They say the political dimension of the prize was exposed when First Lady Michelle Obama joined the presentation ceremony from the White House. Iran's Culture Minister Mohammad Hosseini says the film was neither technically nor artistically worth all the awards. Iran is planning to retaliate against Argo with its own big-budget movie titled Joint Command about the 1979 hostage drama. Recapping the top story, Gauteng Premier Nomvula Mokonyane has announced the establishment of a 1.6 billion rand industrial park at Diepsloot, north of Johannesburg.